Good morning, students. Today we are going to read about the next poem, Storks Fly North, from the chapter 6, Birds of a Feather. So let us first go through the poet. The poet here is Tom Burman. Tom Burman was a world-renowned scientist who specialized in aquatic microbiology. He studied agriculture and microbiology and was awarded his PhD in 1964. Most of his publications have been scientific, but he also dabbled in poetry. The poet was also known to have a great sense of humor. Now, in this poem, the poet Tom Burman is talking about the bird storks. Now, what are storks? First, let us see what actually storks are. We have already seen in the earlier chapter, what actually storks are. So here we will learn a different direction to the bird of stork. So storks are large, long-legged, long-necked birds. Most storks live in warm tropical areas in Florida, South America, Africa, India and Asia. A few storks live in the cold areas and migrate south in the winters. Storks live in swamps and wetlands. They use their long, deep bills to catch fish, frog and other small animals. Unlike grackles, storks cannot sing. They are heavy birds and can't fly by flapping their wings. Instead, they glide on warm air currents called thermals. So this is about the bird storks. Now let us see the poem. Dusk, a stork speckled sky. So what is dusk? Dusk is the time before night and after sunset. So when it's dusk, that time, the sky is full of storks. Why it is full of storks? Because these storks, they fly in groups with the help of their neck and head. This sky is full of storks. And then storks are flying to the northerns as their generations have taught them. So these storks are flying to the northern part of the region as their earlier generations have taught them. So what is actually the meaning of the earlier generation taught them? It is that these earlier generations also they used to migrate from one place to another in winters or in the change of seasons. So when there is a season change, they would fly to the northern part of the region as their earlier generations did. They are flying to the northlands where hope and old nests await. These storks go to the northern lands. Why? Because there may be assumptions, two assumptions. Number one would be they are flying to avoid winters with the hope of living, with the hope of giving birth. Yes. And then the second assumption would be the old nest awaits. How the old nest awaits? Because when they went maybe last year or last to last year, they built a nest and that nest it remained there, and so the old nest is waiting for the birds to go and spend their time there. Light fades as silk to evening, smooth stalk gliders homing to the darkling woods where secrets sleep with the storks. So as the light fades, why the light fades? Because it is going to be night. After dusk, it is going to be night. So as the light fades, the light here is compared with silk. Okay, silk, why? Because it is very Soft. The light is very soft, isn't it? It is smooth and soft. So this the smooth feathers of the stork bird glides, that is, they do not flap their wings. As I told you earlier, they do not flap their wings to fly. They glide towards their destination, towards their home in the dark woods. What is darkling? Darkling here is darkness. So they go towards the dark woods. Woods here means forest. The secret with the storks sleep with them. So the secrets, whatever secret they have, it also sleeps with the stork. So here the poet Tom Berman describes about the beauty and grace of storks. He admires the movement of storks, especially in the dusk. They fly like smooth, tiny, shiny aircraft through the dark woods in the forest. And where they are going? They are going towards the northern part. Their hope and old nest are waiting eagerly for their arrival in the summer season. Yes, where they are migrating from. So these birds, they migrate from one place to another with a hope to live, with a hope to give birth maybe. Maybe it is their breeding time. Yes, and their old nests are waiting for them. Storks in the sky have also other implications, other meaning, underlying meaning. What? This storks in the sky also gives a different meaning in the context of literature. What? This interprets cloudless family happiness. Now what is cloudless? That is clear family happiness. They are going in a group, isn't it? So it gives a clear family happiness. The storks flying to the north symbolizes a person's journey also. You can also compare the journey of the stork with the journey of a person, where a person moves from one place to another in his life, moves from a particular time of his life to another time of his life, yes, and to a better life, for a better living, yes, with a hope. So this storks also flying to the north also may be compared or symbolized with the person's journey to the other world, near to heaven. So this is all about the poem Storks Fly North. So I am going to read the poem once again. Please listen. Ducks, a stork speckled sky, storks are flying to the northlands, as their generations have taught them. They are flying to the northlands, where hope and oldness waits. Light fades as silk to evening, smooth silk gliders homing to the darkling woods, where secrets sleep with the storks. Tom Berman. Thank you. Have a great day ahead.